Everybody, welcome back to British Stand. A bit more breaking news, of course, coming out with regard to Iran. Now, we spoke about the last hour of kind of giving you an update on what was currently going on. We spoke about the UK's initial stance on things, and earlier on today, they didn't come out necessarily praise the United States as such in terms of the support for their military intervention, nor did they really sort of go and condemn it. However, now we have heard Keir Starmer just over the last 10 minutes or so come out and give a official statement with regard to proceedings. Now, Keir Starmer has said that British planes are in the sky today in the Middle East as a part of a coordinated regional defensive operations to protect our people, our interests, and our values. He also issued a message to Iran. We're going to have a listen to this in a moment. Whilst also going over some of the latest sort of developments coming out with regard to this conflict. As always, guys, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. And let's listen to the Prime Minister.
Earlier this morning, the United States and Israel struck targets in Iran. Iran has since launched indiscriminate strikes across the region. I know the British people and communities across our country will be deeply concerned about what this means for security and stability and for the fate of innocent people across the region, which for so many of us includes friends and family members. So whilst the situation is evolving very quickly, I want to set out our response. The United Kingdom played no role in these strikes, but we have long been clear the regime in Iran is utterly abhorrent. They have murdered thousands of their own people, brutally crushed dissent, and sought to destabilize the region. Even in the United Kingdom, the Iranian regime poses a direct threat to dissidents and to the Jewish community. Over the last year alone, they have backed more than 20 potentially lethal attacks on UK soil. So it is clear they must never be allowed to develop a nuclear weapon. That remains the primary aim of the United Kingdom and our allies, including the US. I condemn Iran's attacks today on partners across the region, many of which are not parties to this conflict. We extend our support and solidarity to them as part of our commitments to the security of our allies in the Middle East. We have a range of defensive capabilities in the region, which we've recently strengthened. Our forces are active, and British planes are in the sky today as part of coordinated regional defensive operations to protect our people, our interests, and our allies, as Britain has done before, in line with international law. We've stepped up protections for British bases and personnel to their highest level. We are also reaching out to UK nationals in the region and doing everything we can to support them. I've been speaking with leaders today from the E3 and across the region. It is vital that we prevent further escalation and return to a diplomatic process. We want to see peace and security and the protection of civilian life. Iran can end this now. They should refrain from further strikes, give up their weapons programs, and cease the appalling violence and repression against the Iranian people, who deserve the right to determine their own future in line with our long-standing position. This is the route to de-escalation and back to the negotiating table. Thank you.
So there you have it. That's Keir Starmer's statement on Iran that has come out, by the way. And yes, by the way, we could be looking at this moment in time at what he has said there. He said that British planes are in the sky and they are in the Middle East as a part of a coordinated regional defensive operations to protect our people, our interest, and our values. So a lot of bases are at heightened security at this moment in time. So it does seem as though he is, of course, on the side of the United States and Israel, which is good to see. Of course, is taking a step back and refuting that they were a part of any strikes. Obviously, they won. They weren't kind of invited. The UK weren't invited to do so. But yes, he's come out, and it does seem as though he is supporting the United States, kind of. And yes, they're trying to, of course, get the Iranian regime to sort of stand down and again carry out a democratic process. Now, again, Keir Starmer really is an interesting guy. So he is. He really is interesting in all of the wrong ways. But there is a bit of an update on things that are happening right now, ladies and gentlemen, and that's coming from Dubai and in Iran as well. Now, over the last 5 minutes or so, we've seen this development come out, and that is that Iran's supreme leader to deliver TV speech, Iranian media. Iranian Supreme Leader Khamenei is set to deliver a televised speech, according to the Iranian media. The statement would appear to contradict reporting for Israeli media that claimed the Islamic Republic's figurehead has been killed in strikes. Now, what we've seen more recently over the last hour or so is Israeli media report that Khamenei is dead. But as I keep on saying, and as I said in the last live stream, Iran are saying that is not the case and actually are contradicting that. They had their foreign minister on and saying that no one has been killed of sort of high thing, including Khamenei, and that he's going to be addressing the nation a little later on today. So we'll have to wait to see what happens with regard to that development. But yeah, certainly a lot of conflicting stories coming out. Israel saying that he's dead, and Iran, of course, saying that he's not dead and he's about to deliver a speech. Now, there's some alarming news, by the way, coming out of Dubai, funnily enough. There's a lot of British people out in Dubai, but the palm, ladies and gentlemen, is quite bad. We've just seen some information, some developments come out with regard to the palm in Dubai. And it's been striked by an Iranian missile. So I'm going to try and get this video footage up for you as we speak at this moment in time. But just a bit of breaking news for you. Whilst we are live, the palm, apparently in Dubai, has been struck by an Iranian missile. So I'm just going to get the video footage for you now as we speak. But yeah, not really good developments. Plenty of British people out there. A lot of expats out in Dubai at this moment in time. But let me just get this video for you now quickly. Loading it up. Go. So this is the palm.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Palm apparently has been hit. An Iranian attack hits Palm Hotel and Resort in the Dubai, UAE. And yeah, we're seeing a lot of it now. I'm trying to see the actual missile landing. Let me try and get this up for you now. Over the last 2 minutes as well, near the Burj Khalifa. Guys, Dubai is all kicking off, ladies and gentlemen, next to the Burj Khalifa as well. Explosions there in Dubai. Yeah, this is quite bad. Iranian drone on the Palm in Dubai. Dubai has been attacked, ladies and gentlemen. Or at least, or it might be, I don't know, a direct hit, it looks. Big explosion on the Palm. Wow. Very, very, very popular Fairmont hotel has been hit by a missile. Whether it's intercepted, whether it's a direct hit or not, I'm not too sure, but certainly the scenes don't look that great on the Palm in Dubai as we're currently live at this moment in time. Some crazy, crazy stuff, in fact. Yeah, so many updates that are coming out over the last 10 minutes. Let me try and get some more updates. But the latest update is about the Palm in Dubai been hit with a missile. Whether it's indirect, whether it's direct, I don't know. But the sort of consensus in the UAE has been that the majority of them have been fairly indirect or interceptions. So they've been intercepting missiles, and the missiles have been falling. But the Dubai Palm, very, very, very famous, has been hit, and videos of it, of course, seeing some flames and smoke erupting as we speak. So yeah, we've just heard the update from Starmer. As you probably are aware, guys, there's going to be tons and tons of updates as the day goes on. Yeah, Dubai again. Wow, another one. Holy crap. More videos of Dubai. Ow. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to learn whilst being live at the same time. But from our point of view, guys, is that British Typhoon jets have been starting to flying defensive missions over the Middle East. So Britain has deployed deployed military jets. And I think the Typhoon jets that have started flying defensive missions over the Middle East. So there is a bit of a military impact, if you want to call it that, currently from the United Kingdom. And yeah, that's mainly for defensive operations. So yes, we have got planes in the sky, as Starmer has confirmed, and I think they are Typhoon jets. Just to make you aware. I want to get a bit of a response from the chat. What do you make of Starmer's speech quickly? And I'll take your reaction now quickly, and then we will try and find out some more updates. Hiya, Manclass says hiya. Yeah, guys, do let me know your thoughts on Starmer's speech. Let's see what people are saying. That's Starmer's Muslim vote down the drain then. Haha. I mean, he already lost it by the looks of things with regard to the Green Party. So maybe if the Green Party didn't nick his Muslim vote, then maybe we would have seen something a little bit different. Nicola Peg says, my son is currently in Qatar. He says bombs every 30 to 45 minutes, most intercepted. Yeah, that's likely what it will be in the UAE, probably something intercepted. We've seen in Abu Dhabi, but of course now on the Palm in Dubai as well. Quite alarming considering how many expats are over there, a lot of British people out there as well. Mikey just simply says he is a wanker. Fair enough. And sim more life in a dead mackerel's eyes. Let's have a look for more reaction. Glad I'm in St. Petersburg. I've heard good things about St. Petersburg. His speech was a stumbled teleprompter read. He looked nervous as hell. Well, the problem with Starmer is that he can't really find his side. He doesn't know which side he's on, right? Where when it comes to, you know, coming out about geopolitics or talking about world affairs, he can never really choose a side. He's always on the side of being fairly in the middle. Doesn't want to upset the radical left as such in the EU. Doesn't want to upset, you know, the Americans. But to a point where he kind of does upset the Americans, really, because he doesn't stand by them ever. That's the reality here. We've also got, by the way, just to let you know, for those of you in the UK, there is there's a lot of protests currently ongoing, or protests, I suppose, signs of support, you know, people congregating in major cities in the UK. We've seen Newcastle and in Manchester, and this is currently the scenes in Manchester after war broke out in Iran.
Through massacre and brutal violence, it has failed. These evading terrorists, alien to Iran, have slaughtered tens of thousands of brave Iranians and put off the internet to hide their crimes. Yet, the people of Iran still stand before bullets.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of support for this, of course. We'll probably see a counter-protest, no doubt, of those green-haired and blue-haired idiots that are going to be going, oh, well, you can't be doing this, you can't be doing this. I won't read it, but it's kind of funny. Starmer is totally irrelevant. Join Restore Britain. I doubt Starmer will be willing to pick a side or take action against Iran, given how much effort he has been putting into importing as many Muslims as he possibly can into the UK. Well, the problem is the Muslims, he's already lost the Muslim vote because they've all gone to the Greens. So he hasn't necessarily got the Muslim vote anymore. Let's be honest. Truth lies in between. America is sick of fighting Israel's wars. Sick of it. Yeah, like, I always see a lot of conflating opinion from people on the right side of politics, those that sort of back Israel and those that don't like Israel. So you will see a lot out in America, most certainly. You will see people that, are patriots, American patriots, hate the Iranian regime, are people that back Trump to a certain extent. However, and then back, of course, what's going on in Iran. But then at the same time, you'll see those American patriots that are sort of the anti-Israel thing. That's what we see on the right side of politics now, is like the right with the kind of pro-Israel, people that don't really care about Israel, but then people that hate Israel. So people don't like those, don't like that America is, siding with Israel, so to speak, at all times, right? Again, I'm not too educated on the whole Israel conspiracy as such, or whatever people think on that, but I kind of understand people's assumptions and stuff like that, because people in America sometimes feel with the patriots, they're like, oh, America first, America first, America first, shouldn't be getting involved in foreign wars, especially at all, especially what's happening in America right now, that they don't want to see them get involved. It's being reported Ayatollah dead. I mean, there's a lot of things being reported now as well that, Ayatollah Khamenei is dead. But again, the contradicting point, as we just came out a second ago, look, the thing is, right, I've seen the same reports as you're saying, right? Israeli media is saying that Khamenei is dead, right? But then when you see this, and this is what I tried to say in the last live stream, Iran's supreme leader to deliver this TV speech is what they're saying. So Iran's Supreme Leader Khamenei is set to deliver a televised speech, according to the Iranian media. The statement would appear to contradict reporting for Israeli media that claimed the Islamic Republic figurehead has been killed in the strike. So this is what I'm saying. It's too confusing, because you got one side saying that he's dead and one side that he's saying he's not dead and he's going to be doing a speech. But we'll have to wait for this speech to actually appear. But then again, there's also going to be reservations, and they're going to concern and say, well, actually, he may have done a pre-recorded recording. Either way, you will be able to tell if it's live. I think if we get the live footage up, I think we'll be able to tell if it's live. I suppose. Kuwait International Airport, guys, has been hit by the Islamic Republic. Kuwait International Airport has been hit by the Islamic Republic now as well. Iranian suicide drones just hit Kuwait International Airport, a civilian airport. This is big, troops. This is a big development. Let me just get this video up for you now quickly. Iranian suicide drones have hit Kuwait civilian airport, guys. Civilian airport. Getting the video up now. Breaking news as we're live. And here we go with this video footage. Give me one moment. Here we go. Right, downloaded. And bang. 1 second. Got it for you. There we go. Ready? This is breaking news, guys, whilst we're live. Iranian suicide drones have hit Kuwait International Airport, a civilian airport, by the way.
هذا ايه حجي
يعطيك العافيه بس طاحت هني ما في حريق بس دخان ها
درون
شفتها شايفها بس اقصد ما في حريق بس
لا بس ضربت التلفون
انا شفتها انا كنت بالساحه
انا كنت يمي انا بسرداب يمي ضربت
في اصابات في احد صاب
لا ما الو
So as we mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, that is footage just appearing over the last 5 minutes. Iranian suicide drones just hit Kuwait International Airport, a civilian airport. We'll see that people have crossed the line now. This means that every airline flying into the Gulf right now is a potential target. This is a huge development, guys, because this means that every Middle East country has now been attacked by the IRGC. They're clearly displaying some interesting the sort of these tactics. But this could be a huge development now as we're live, because this is civilian airport. And when a civilian airport, that means, I mean, I know a lot of airspaces are closed, but airlines flying into the Gulf right now may be a potential target, which is crazy news. More breaking news as well, guys, from Dubai. This is coming from Dubai again. Shit, it does not sound good in Dubai. So as we're hearing about Kuwait, and now we're hearing about Dubai again, this has come up in regard to Dubai. Smoke rising after another Iranian airstrike in Dubai. So we just spoke about the Palm a minute ago or so, but we're now finding out that another Iranian strike just over the last 7 minutes happening in Dubai. UAE obviously being a target. So we're having the idea that a lot of these missiles that have been hitting buildings have actually been from intercepted missiles, right? They're interceptions. However, when we're seeing the suicide drones hitting Kuwait airport and then seeing Dubai burn actively in 3 different places, you can see now that this could be some targeted attack. I do think that Iran is not ready to stop here. Dubai is not in a good place right now, especially with that Kuwait thing as well. That's pretty messed up. Civilian airport, international airport being attacked. Yeah, guys, this is 12 seconds. Oh my God. We've got some more footage. This is coming from Dubai now. Dubai right this second. Breaking news coming from Dubai right now. This is not intercepted missiles. This is actual active strikes on Dubai. Holy crap. Video coming. 1 second. Dubai, here we go. This is from Dubai. We've shared a lot of footage from Dubai over the last few minutes. And as I said, that was that. Have a look at this. This is not an intercepted missile. This is an attack. Here we go. Holy crap. The caption on that was Iranian ballistic missiles are striking Dubai. That's come out over the last minute, ladies and gentlemen. Last minute. Iranian ballistic missiles now striking Dubai. Holy crap. Wow. Shit. So there's explosions in quite a few places now in Dubai as we speak. That's the latest one. And this doesn't seem like it's going to be going away. We're seeing the scenes in the Palm and in the main city area of Dubai as well. Starting to see some video footage coming out of Saudi Arabia, which doesn't look good. But Dubai now as well with the drop. Trying to see if we get some more video. Excuse my French. I think I've got another video from Dubai as well whilst we're live. So everything's escalating. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed, please make sure you do. We're closing in on 300,000 subscribers. I hate to be a Beggy Mitchell, but, you know, it does help out the channel. And we can keep reporting on all of this if and when developments happen. But it does seem as though more developments are happening with Dubai whilst we're live right now. I've got another video coming for you right this second from Dubai. Let's have a little look at this one. We just seen one video, and here's another coming from Dubai.
देख के गया थल्ले जोर की आवाज है ना.
So yeah, that's another bit of video footage from Dubai. Wow, this is wild. We've got another update, I think. Hold up, give me a second. Okay, we've got an update from the IDF as well, I think now. Okay, so we got a statement from the IDF. Let's get this. Right, okay, this is quite a big development. Let me try and get this image for you quickly. This is with regard to the IDF as they... Okay. I'll get this up for you now. So the IDF are essentially have come out with a statement saying that they're in a multi-front readiness in an anticipation for an expanded military campaign. Says the military official. The IDF is preparing to expand its campaign to additional arenas. A military spokesperson has confirmed. Let me just get the points up where we can speak about this. Let's have a little look. Sorry about this. All right, let's go through this update whilst we're live, and then we can talk about it. Okay, so firstly, we've got this. So earlier today, the IDF and the US Army launched a broad wave of strikes against hundreds of targets in Iranian territory. The attack was based on operational plan developed over several months, centered on an intelligence effort by the intelligence directorate to identify an operational opportunity at the moment when senior regime officials would convene. 3 sites were gatherings of Iranian terror regime were taking place, were struck simultaneously, and several senior figures essentially to management of the campaign and the regime's governments were eliminated. From the very first moment, a significant gap was evident between the scope of reports circulating across various arenas and the official picture presented by the authorities in Iran. The initial announcements were phrased in a vague and limited manner, at times avoiding direct reference to the extent of the damage and framing time events as marginal irregularities or as incidents that were largely dwarfed. Simultaneously, there were indications of internet disruptions in certain areas, alongside increased deployment of Basjai forces and claiming messages issued by the local police. These steps point to combined security and informational effort by the regime aimed at managing a flow of information, preventing the spread of rumors, and minimizing the public sense of harm. Let's see what else we got here with regard to that. But they've also came out and said that the IDF is in multi-front readiness in anticipation that the campaign may expand to additional arenas and is currently assessing the results of the strike. The IDF is in close cooperation with the US Army, worked for thousands of hours to build up as valuable and extensive as target bank as possible. In recent months, the number of targets has increased by hundreds of percent. The IDF is prepared to strike in Iran as required. So yes, the IDF guys are prepared for a multi-front readiness and in anticipation that this may go into different arenas. So yeah, a bit of an update there again with regard to the IDF. Let me try and find some more on. Let me try and find some more on what's happening in Dubai. It seems as though Dubai is completely messed up right now as we're speaking about things. For those of you just tuning in, Starmer's speech is at the start of this video. Starmer essentially came out and said that he was, on the side of the US, I suppose, and said that, and did confirm that military jets, Typhoon jets, are currently in the Middle East airspace as they conduct defensive operations. But again, didn't take any responsibility for any of the launching of the attacks earlier this morning. That was Israel and the United States. There's a lot happening, guys. There is a lot happening. We've got some more video footage from the chaos at Kuwait International Airport as the drone struck. I mean, it's quite a short one, but chaos erupting. Yeah, mainly the strikes that are happening right now are in Dubai and in Kuwait. Wow. World War bloody 3, huh? Insane. Absolutely insane. And whilst this is happening, you've also got the whole situation unfolding and the war unfolding between Pakistan and Afghanistan. The world is crazy, right? I'm going to take a little bit of reaction quickly, ladies and gentlemen, from this, just to see what people are saying. For those of you that are saying how many are dead, yes, reports are saying that he's dead. But again, Iranians are saying that he's not dead. Sky flight tracker. I'll find it. 2 seconds. Dubai is moderate. Yeah. No, yeah. Average Norwegian gamer says Iran is only days away from a nuclear bomb. Yeah, you better pray that's BS. Jesus. They're literally taking everyone out. But the campaign could be on for a very long time, by the way. Desi Boy says, my niece in Dubai. My niece is in Dubai. My hopes and prayers. I mean, I think everyone is fine. They've been given the guidance out there right now, but still, it's still pretty wild on what's happening in Dubai as we speak. And Doha as well. Oh, sorry. Wild. There's just so many updates on what's happening. It's like a really chaotic thing. Breaking, the US calls on its citizens to urgently leave Lebanon. I mean, I think most people... Lebanon? What's happening in Lebanon? Wow. Just updates everywhere. For the Brits that are in the live stream, guys, what did you make of Starmer's speech? Where do you think we should stand? Where do you reckon we should follow America? Do you think that we should go into... Do you think we should keep our noses out of it? Where do you think the best standpoint is? Did Starmer take the right standpoint? Defensive operations only? And come out in support of the United States? And stopping the Iranian regime? Will anyone give no credit to Starmer, obviously, but do you think Starmer got it right in terms of his standpoint? Let us know in the comments. What the hell happened to the good news? Never. No good news these days. Nothing. God bless President Donald Trump. Exactly. Okay, well, it looks as though we will maybe take another break, because updates just keep on coming as the day goes on, and I'm finding it hard to keep up to date. But it's wild. But to conclude, Dubai is not in a good state. Kuwait airport is not in a good state because the Kuwait development means they're attacking international civilian airports, which means that any plane in airspace could potentially be a target for this Iranian regime. And it's happened before, has it not? I'm sure it happened 10 years ago. Was that Russia? I can't remember. Either way. But yeah. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll be keeping you up to date with all major developments, especially on the UK side of things as well as the day goes on. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all next